Hey folks, Albert here, and welcome to another episode of Most Cowbell. So I was going to do this vlog yesterday, but there was a lot of rain here in Whitestone, and the basement where I have my workshop with all my guitar tools and parts and stuff, my little bench that I made, I got a little flooded. So yeah, there was kind of a lot of bailing out here. We have a guest here. Don Berard's oldest son, Theo, is staying with us for a week or so. And so he did yeoman's work, bailing out the basement. Anyway, so today's episode, I'm going to talk about, I said something about mental health before, and I think that I'm going to go back to that idea. Okay, so, and I wanted to do some playing and do a little, and maybe I'll do some of that at some point in this vlog. But I just wanted to talk about a couple things that came to my attention this morning as I was, getting up and trying to prepare for my day and thinking about this vlog and what I was going to do for it, because my plan got sidelined yesterday with the flood. But I saw a article in the New York Times today about, it's from the Surgeon General, his name is Vivek H. Murthy. He said, "We have become a lonely nation. It's time to fix that." So that brings me to some thoughts that I've had over the past couple of years. And that is that, you say to yourself, well, why are you creating all this music? Why do you keep constantly creating music, constantly trying to create content for people? This vlog being a perfect example of that. And what I understand now, what I've figured out over the years, and maybe this is totally obvious and I'm just like a little bit, but a lot of times you listen to music when you're kind of feeling not so good, when you're feeling a little low, and maybe in this Lonely Nation article, the Surgeon General said loneliness is really a form of depression, a very specific, almost a situational depression. Like when somebody dies. Well, when somebody dies, you feel lonely, you feel depressed. So it is a form of depression. I always say I'm the person that never gets depressed, but I have gotten lonely, okay? Even fairly recently, Susie went on vacation to Mexico, and I wasn't there, and I was lonely, So, yeah, I guess I do get depressed now and then, more often than I would care to admit. So, anyway, and one of the things that I talked to my friend Robert Gordon before he passed away in the hospital, we talked about this idea that creating music, you know, especially vocal music, especially with him with such a great voice and just wonderful, you know, tones, and just when you hear his voice, you feel it in your heart. And when you feel somebody's voice in your heart, you don't feel so lonely. You know, you start singing along. You don't feel lonely at all. So anyway, and then the second thing that I want to talk about is vlogging. Okay, so in Rolling Stone, they have this person here. I wanted to call her Emma Chamberlain, but maybe it's Emma Chamberlain, L-I-I-N. I don't know, Emma, whatever her name is. And she's a high school dropout who became an influencer, and now she's rich, and she's talking about how she came to create her vlogs. And you know, a lot of times we try to present ourselves in the best manner. Like, you know that I'm going to edit this later on. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to take out all those, you know, all of that stuff. It's going to go, okay? So, and she's like, but I don't try. I just be. And there's something to that, you know. I've been doing yoga every day now for the past 2 months or 3 months, I guess. Meditating, yoga, you know, as well as my dance workout, which is a load of fun. And, you know, although I have to close the door because I don't want anybody to see me because I'm really bad. But, you know, I did show you guys a little bit, you know, me being particularly bad, I suppose. Anyway, so I think to myself, you know, a lot of this yoga and meditation is just like, you don't have to control everything. You don't have to make everything happen. You know, it's like you're a parent. You have a child. You see the child going wrong. You want to correct that. Even when they're adults, you've got this advice for them, this voice of experience, you know. You know, as a teacher, you have this voice of experience. You want to correct them, but sometimes you just have to let things be, you know. So my meditation intention is patience. Patience. Just let things be. Even if you have to control it at some point, let it be for a second. Take a breath. See what does your child really want? What's the issue here? Maybe you don't understand the issue. So I don't know. I am not a mental health professional like Susie. You know, so she's not here right now. You know, she's being a mom. Okay, so which is, you know, important, and so I don't have her wisdom to guide me on this journey into mental health. But, you know, letting things be is important. And just like this is how this person actually made a living, you know, made a fortune, really, by just letting things be, just being an ordinary person and showing her faults and showing her pimples and showing her, you know, weird things that she does. So anyway, I'm here. I don't know if this is enough, but I'm going to just say I hope you've enjoyed this episode, these insights that I've given you, and, you know, take it easy, man. Just, you know, you know, you know, let things be for a second. Just pause, and then you'll see what to do. You'll know what to do when it's time to do it. Okay, so anyway, hope this is useful. Love you all. See you later.